Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me, and thank you very much for joining me in Pootles Advent Countdown. We are in the final home straights now, not many to go. If you haven't seen them already, these are 24 video projects coming out to you, all focused on Christmas because it's an Advent Countdown. 2 a week. We've had a chunk, we've got a load to come too. Mondays and Fridays, check out my blog and check out my YouTube channel. In fact, you know what? Check out my blog every day. There's a blog post every day. But these video projects are 2 a week, Mondays and Fridays. And this is today's one. And it's quite a tall box with a lid. And it's an easy slip-on lid. So it pinches in like that. And then the lid fits over the top. I know that some people struggle to get to do a lidded box. I've taught many and varied techniques, and this is another one. Lots of different ways that you can get a lidded box to fit snugly and nicely. So, okay, we need a piece of cardstock. I forgot to trim down the right length. 8 1/4 by 11 inches, and actually International A4 is 11 3/4, so I need to trim it down, but it's 8 1/4 inches wide. If you work in 8 1/2 by 11, leave yours at 8 1/2. Mine's going to be slightly narrower. So, okay, let me scooch that out of the way, because, you know, trimming everything always works. So, Poppy Parade cardstock and the amazing Santa's Workshop Designer Series paper on its way out. It's going to sell out very soon. Grab it while you can. Okay, so on the long side, score it at, oh sorry, let me give you metric measurements. 27 1/2 by 21, 11 by 8 1/4 or 8 1/2. Okay, on the long side, score it at 2 inches and 9 inches, which in metric is 5 and 22 1/2. Then on the short side, score it at 2, 4, 6 and 8, which is 5, 10, 15 and 20 centimetres. Okay, and this little bit here is where I'm going to put my adhesive. So like, that's why I'm saying if you work in 8 1/2 by 11, leave it at 8 1/2. It just gives you that little extra. Okay, and then come along and mark it at 1, 3, 5 and 7, which is 2 1/2, 7 1/2, 12 1/2 and 17 1/2. Okay, let me shift that out of the way and grab my long ruler, because and let me get my grim paper back in place. What I'm going to do is this little mark, I'm going to do a diagonal line there and there to make little triangles, and that's just going to help it close. And actually I want the smaller end for this. Love my pickup tool. Everything all in one. I don't know if I've already said this in a video once, but my husband really likes mine. I probably ought to get round to buying him one, because he did say quite a while ago he really likes it. So the pickup tool comes with 2 styluses on one end, and then that bit comes out as you've seen, I've just done. And there's another bit that can go in, and one end is a little spatula, and the other end is a paper piercer. So that can swap in and out with this end, and then this one is a little pick-up dabber doodah for picking up embellishments and things like that. Super clever. And really cheap as well. I want to say it's £9.50 or £9. I know when we were given them in Alaska, I was thinking, that's going to be 15, 20 quid. And I was really happy. I'm really surprised. It was nowhere near that. Okay, so can you see my triangular lines? There you go. And then this is the bottom. So let's get scoring. I'm going to use my brand new Centre Stage bone folder. Centre Stage 2018. Love it. Stampin' Up is so generous to us anyway, and then when you get to senior leader titles, and in our case our senior leader title is Silver Elite, and then you have Gold Elite, Platinum and Platinum Elite. And I know all different direct sales companies have different things, but that's where our leadership kicks in at Silver Elite. And you get extra perks like going to Epcot, which is a bit awesome. Right, so let me trim down some bits here. And you can note I haven't done anything with those diagonal lines. Don't worry about those, we can come to those in a minute. So what I've done is I've mitered the top and I'm cutting away this bit. And Somebody has been at my scissors while I've been away. I did walk into my office and find all 3 pairs of my good scissors just sitting on my desk, and I never go away leaving a messy desk. My office is always tidy. Well, it's not always tidy when I'm working in it. You don't want to see the floor right now. I'm madly putting together hostess gift packs and the like. But when I go away, the office is spotless and there's nothing on my desk. And I came back and there was stuff on my desk. And the door was shut. Okay. Right, so I've got my DSP that I've already cut. 1 3/4 inches wide by 6 3/4 long. So that's 17 centimetres by 4.5. And my suggestion is cut your 6 3/4 first. So cut off your piece of paper at 6 3/4 and then do your 1 3/4. So cut off at 17 and then do your 1 3/4, your 4.5s. Okay, so let me turn all of those over. Where's my snail? My husband sent me some funny pictures of the children and the cats and all sorts of stuff. He didn't show me the video of my 10-year-old on a mini motorbike around the garden until after I got back. I think he knows I might have freaked out on the other side of the world if I had seen it. A bit like that time when I went away on an incentive trip and he sent me videos of the children in the hot tub having put bubble bath in. Anyway, make sure everything is the right way up. And actually, I probably could have put this so that they all flowed, but I didn't think of that. Oh well. Okay. So, I now need some tear and tape down here. And tear and tape is more than the 1/4 inch width that my piece of cardstock is, or that the tail is. So, I will show you in a second. I'll show you in a second. It sticks out far too far. You can see it against my fingers there. So you roll it back on itself and it sticks, because obviously it's all double-sided. It sticks to itself. And obviously, like I said, if you're working in 8.5 by 11, you won't have this problem. So there we go. Close that up. Bring these parts down and another bit of tear and tape on there. Oh look, I've done it too long again. Look, I can demonstrate even better this time. So it's sticking off far too far there, but you just fold it back on itself and it sticks. Okay, so pinch these in and they're just going to pinch in nicely like that. And so now I need to make my lid. This is 6 by 6 inches, designed specifically so that if you want to do this project with different paper and you want to work with 6 by 6 inch paper as your lid, you can. Right, let me turn this the other way around. And this is super simple. So it's 15 by 15 centimetres and just score it at 2 inches, 5 centimetres on all 4 sides. And you don't need to pull it out, push it out, create a shim or anything like that. No worries with this. And I love this paper. This is the flocked one, so it's not moving on my grid paper very well. My grid paper that the children, one of the boys was very curious, and I'm going to suggest it's probably the 7-year-old. What happens if you stab a paper piercer into grid paper? Well, it goes through lots of sheets. So, you know, curious children. Were those the nasty scissors? They were. Let's get the good ones out. Okay, so I've created my 9 little boxes. So you go straight down, wedge in, get your scissor charm out the way, wedge in, trim a bit off, trim a bit off. Okay, and then rotate it and repeat. So you repeat for all 4 corners. So straight down, wedge, wedge, chop. Last one. There we go. Smush that lot onto the floor. Okay, so now we need to get some adhesive. I'm just going to put snail on for speed purposes. But to be fair, actually, it will stick pretty well. And what you need to do now, this is called a loose edge because there's nothing attached to it. And this one, we're going to, I think it's called a tight edge. Just line them up. Whoops. And repeat all the way round. And last one, slip it inside. And then because this is very slightly pinched in, this lid is going to slip over without any issue. My alarm's going to go off, and that is not going anywhere. That is not coming off. Snug as a bug in a rug. Super snug fit there. And it's not going anywhere. And all I'm going to do now to finish it off, I'm going to find the back. There's the back. Some of the gorgeous Poppy Parade ribbon that matches. And actually I think I'm going to tie a knot in this. Although I was taught by the amazing Tennille Williams, who is an Australian demonstrator, and I know that she has this technique of tying a ribbon with your fingers, and she taught me how to do it on stage because I saw her and I went, oh, you've got to teach me how to do that on my own hands. And she did. So I'm going to have to try and remember how to do it. So anyway, there's my project. I love it. I love this paper. It's flocked there, flocked there. This one's flocked. This one isn't, but it's just gorgeous. Awesome. 2 by 2 inches by, 9 inches. 2 by 2 by 9. Gosh, that is big. So that is going to be 5 by 5 by lots. 22.5 centimetres. Big bot. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to speak to you very soon. Bye.